Welcome back to my channel. My name's Tama Singh and I'm a property investor and educator here in New Zealand. At the end of this video, you guys are going to have an opportunity to book a call directly with me so we can go over some of the points that I've spoken in this video about and help you on your property investment journey into next year. The video is all about why you should be looking to buy properties as soon as possible. I'm no economist, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just me giving feedback from the hundreds of people that I speak to on a monthly basis of what real Kiwis are doing in this country and how they think. Number one, it's all about finance. There's a great saying that real estate investing is all about finance with houses thrown in the middle of it. The main thing that property investors are paying attention, which is the number one thing that affects your cash flow, is the bank's interest rates. When 2023 came around, interest rates were around 7%, which had a lot of people that owned mortgages absolutely bleeding. The official cash rate was around about 5.5%. Now it has dropped down to 2.5. This is why your average mortgage rate is around about 4.5% at this moment. If economists are forecasting that it might drop even more by 0.25% in December, this means when you put things on a spreadsheet, your rent, and then you've got your mortgage payments, you'll actually have a better chance of having a cash flow positive property. And most investors want cash flow positive properties. They do not want to have to top up. If more investors are paying attention to the OCR and the interest rates, they will come forward. This will bring demand, this will bring competition, multi-offers, and you will end up having to pay more for the property if you had just beaten the rush. So that is what I'm telling my clients to do. I'm like, why would you wait for that to drop when you could have offers on paper, due diligence on paper, especially if you're going to time it for that November 26th date for the OCR to drop. You could have a property under contract during that time. So the moment that you find out that it's dropped, go to your broker and say, cool, what's my new rate going to be? And they might be able to give you an indicative offer there. That's what a smart investor would do. So interest rates is the number one thing that I would say that would have a lot more competition coming forward. Number two, the looming capital gains tax that has been announced in New Zealand. We've all know that this is all Labour pushing this, and it's only going to really kick in July 2027. But again, everything is about beating the rush. Most investors will secure their properties and buy as many as they can now before the rules change. And as we see, the government can just announce new things. You want to beat the debt to income ratios. You want to beat the fact that they can reel in LVR restrictions. I remember in 2021 or 2022, you needed 40% deposit to buy an investment property. Ouch, that was a big restriction. Now it's 30%. So you save that 10% deposit. So if this kicks in, most investors now cannot buy. They don't have enough cash deposit. So why would you wait around for that to happen? So the capital gains tax, if that comes in, you're going to have to pay 28% tax on any profit that the house makes after July 2027. And the craziest thing about that is just an average mum and dad person save up their cash deposit by working a full-time job. They get taxed PAYE, and then they have to then buy an investment property and then pay tax again. For me, as you guys know, I'm not a supporter of capital gains tax. I don't think it's going to work in the way that they think it will, but this isn't a political type of rant. This is just me saying investors will start to buy up so they can beat that deadline. They can get a few years of capital gains under their belt before this rule might kick in. What do you think is going to happen around Christmas time? Meet with the family, they have their New Year's resolutions, and they say, you know what, we might actually sell our house now and we might be moving overseas. We might move to Australia or wherever it may be. This is where there's going to be huge discounts. If you were trying to buy a property before Christmas, which is what I would suggest, there's a psychological effect of vendors that just want to be unconditionally sold before then. I know this is because me and a few other JV partners are selling our flips, and we do want unconditional outcomes before Christmas. And this is where you are most likely going to get a discount, and you're going to have vendors sign sale and purchase agreements that they never thought that they would ever discount to. You know, 30, 40 grand, sometimes $100,000 discounts from when it was listed. Never underestimate the timing of Christmas. The other reason why it's a good time to look at even making offers around this time period is because of the close down holidays. When you make an offer, it might be subject to 10 working days due diligence, finance, etc. If you time it right in December, your working days gets extended all the way, possibly into the end of January. So it gives you more time to do due diligence, more power and time to control the contract. So it's very advantageous. If you are selling a house, it is not a good time to be doing that if you're listing it 2 weeks before Christmas. And the last last point here is there's a vendor out there that is selling hundreds of homes super cheap. Our government arm, Kāinga Ora. So they have had a goal here of selling 900 properties, and the reason why is apparently they're just getting absolutely destroyed by the maintenance costs. These are like old state houses that they may have owned for like 20 or 30 years, but they're actually solidly built, but the maintenance cost is just not worth it anymore. So they're trying to sell them all, and they're going to try and buy in good local areas, and they're going to either buy brand new or they're going to buy land to build brand new. So when I'm looking at properties, one client I helped buy a 3-bedroom home. I think the CV was around 520, 760 square meters of land freehold, and we helped them secure it for $310,000. An absolute steal. The thing about Kāinga Ora is they don't operate like a normal vendor would. They don't have any emotional connection to the house. They haven't got any memories of how much they struggled to upkeep the mortgage. It is just some person working for the government looking at numbers on a screen. If it ticks their boxes, they sign and they let it go. Now there's some strict formalities around how to buy from Kāinga Ora. Sometimes they have to get a valuation done. Again, they have goals to meet. So if you can find some good houses there and you can negotiate well with the agent and the person that works for Kāinga Ora, you can get yourself a steal. When you are buying one of these government houses, is that because the maintenance cost was so high and they legally had to have the house in a good condition, healthy homes, when you buy it, the house is actually pretty decent. All the window latches are pretty good. There's got drafting, there's insulation in the ceiling, insulation in the floor. Big cost that you don't have to spend because you can just assume Kāinga Ora has kept it up to a good level. And we have found this with the last 4 houses from KO that we've purchased with our clients. All it takes is a small percentage of investors to come forward. Boom, you could be priced out of the market. You won't have time to compete with all these multi-offers. Auction rooms will start filling up, and that is what you don't want. So to be prepared to buy an investment property as soon as you can, you want to become pre-approved. You want to talk to a good mortgage broker or deal directly with your bank. You want to have your lawyer set up. Just a side note, I've had a lot of clients that have said their lawyers just can't keep up with what they want done. They're either utilizing equity from the existing portfolio, so they have to refinance debt from there, loan docs, then they have to get the purchase of the investment property here, another set of loan docs, and those 2 loan docs, the lawyers just can't handle it. Your lawyer should be efficient for you to do things to keep up with your efficiency, because I teach people how to move fast, and it's such a letdown for me to know that their professional team can't keep up with them. When they're learning and educating, it's all for nothing at the end of the day when they just get handbraked by their professional team. If you want to use my professional team, or at least talk to me about who I can refer you to, book a call with me and we can go over that. Just to summarize this, the 4 reasons why I think now is the perfect time to buy investment property is interest rates are at a historic low from the last 4 years, and they might even come down lower. You've got people that will be moving overseas, listing their owner occupied, listing the investment properties, and they will be motivated to sell. They'll be motivated to give discounts just so they can get it done. And obviously we're in that holiday period. Capital gains tax, you want to get in early before the rules start to change. You want to build a bit of equity that will be exempt from this tax if Labour get in, God forbid. And the 4th one is there are some great Kāinga Ora deals out there for you to buy and keep long term. But just make sure you speak to your accountant about these types of things, because Kāinga Ora properties are GST exempt, but if you're buying it to hold long term, that shouldn't worry you that much. Book a call with me, click the link in the bio. It's absolutely free. We can go over some of your goals. Make sure you like it and subscribe and drop a comment, because I'll be replying to you guys throughout the next week.